What if I told you that the tomato you're paying $4 for at the grocery store could be growing on your windowsill right now for basically nothing? No backyard, no fancy tools, no green thumb required. Just one pot, a little bit of soil, and about 10 minutes of your time. Sounds too simple to be true, right? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to look at every empty corner in your home, your balcony, even that windowsill you walk past every day, completely differently. You're going to see food, free food, and you're going to know exactly what's in it because you grew it yourself. I'm about to show you exactly how. Hey, welcome back to Green Harvest Hub, the channel where growing your own food stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like the easiest, most satisfying thing you do all week. If you're new here, hello, I'm so glad you found us. This is a place built for real people, not experts. People with small yards. People with just a balcony. People who've never grown a single thing in their life but are tired of watching grocery prices climb while their produce gets sadder and sadder looking. And if you're one of our regulars, welcome back. You already know we don't do boring lectures here. We do simple, doable, sometimes surprising tips that actually work. Before we dive in, do me one quick favor. If this is your first time here, tap that subscribe button because I've got a whole library of tricks like this waiting for you, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next week. Here's something worth sitting with for a second. More and more people are quietly stepping away from store-bought produce, and it's not just about price anymore. There's a growing unease about what's actually in our food, genetically modified crops, produce sprayed with things we can't pronounce, vegetables bred for shelf life instead of flavor or nutrition. And whether or not that worries you a lot or just a little, there's a simple, almost old-fashioned answer that's making a huge comeback. Grow it yourself, like when you grow your own tomato, you know exactly what touched that plant. Water, sunlight, maybe some compost. Nothing else. No mystery ingredients, no guessing games. And that's actually why home gardening has quietly become one of the biggest lifestyle shifts happening right now, especially among people who never saw themselves as gardeners. It's not just a hobby anymore, it's becoming a small act of taking back control over your health, your food, and honestly, your peace of mind. People aren't just growing vegetables, they're growing a little independence from a food system that feels increasingly out of their hands. So today, we're talking about something that trips up almost everyone when they start growing their own food. And it's not what you think. It's not about having a green thumb. It's not about buying expensive equipment. It's actually about one small mindset shift that changes everything, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step, along with a few tricks that even seasoned gardeners don't talk about enough. We're going to cover how to pick the right spot, even if you think you don't have. One, which vegetables practically grow themselves, and one sneaky trick that can literally double what you harvest without spending an extra dollar. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, because this one's going to save you money, give you real control over what you're eating, and honestly, it might just become your new favorite hobby. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Most people believe they need a garden, an actual patch of earth, before they can grow anything. And because of that belief, thousands of people never even try. They look at their tiny balcony, or their kitchen windowsill, or that one sunny corner by the front door, and they think that's not enough. But here's what I want you to understand. Vegetables don't care about square footage. They care about light, water, and a little bit of consistency. That's it.
Think about it this way.
A pepper plant doesn't know the difference between a farm in the countryside and a 5-gallon bucket sitting on your balcony. All it knows is, am I getting enough sun? Am I getting enough water? And is someone paying attention to me? That's the whole game. So before you tell yourself you don't have space, I want you to walk around your home right now, or picture it in your head, and look for just 4 hours of direct sunlight a day. That's usually all it takes. A windowsill that catches the morning sun. A step outside your door. Even a spot near a window that just gets bright light most of the day. That's your garden. You already have it. You just haven't looked at it the right way yet. Now, let's talk about what to actually plant because this is where a lot of beginners get overwhelmed. They see 50 different vegetables online and think they need to master all of them. You don't. You need to master 3 or 4, and once you do, everything else becomes easier because you've built the confidence. Number 1 would be lettuce is one of the friendliest plants you'll ever grow. It doesn't need deep soil. It grows fast, and here's the fun part. You can cut the outer leaves, and it just keeps growing back. It's basically a vegetable that refuses to quit on you. Number 2 is green onions are almost cheating. You know those little white ends you usually throw away after cooking? Stick them in a small cup of water on your windowsill, and within days, you'll see new green shoots popping up. Free green onions forever from something you were about to toss in the trash. Number 3 is cherry tomatoes are the show-off of the vegetable world. They love containers, they love sun, and once they get going, they produce so much fruit you'll be giving tomatoes away to your neighbors. Number 4 peppers, especially smaller varieties, are surprisingly low maintenance once they're established. They just need consistent water and sunlight, and they'll reward you all season long. Notice something about all 4 of these? None of them need a big backyard. None of them need expensive equipment. They need a container, some soil, water, and light. That's the whole formula. Okay, quick pause here. If this is making you rethink that empty corner in your kitchen or that balcony you've been ignoring, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps this video reach more people who need to hear this. And if you've already started growing something, even just one plant, tell me in the comments what it is. I love seeing what this community is growing, and it might just inspire someone else watching right now to start their own. And hey, if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe, because next week I'm sharing the exact watering mistake that kills more beginner plants than anything else, and you'll want to know it before it happens to you. Alright, let's get back into it, because I still have to show you the trick that can literally double your harvest. This next part is the one that genuinely surprises people because it costs nothing and it takes maybe 2 minutes a week. It's called harvesting little and often, and it completely changes how much food your plants produce. Here's what most beginners do. They wait. They let the lettuce grow big, they let the peppers sit on the plant, they let everything mature fully before picking anything. And the problem is, once a plant feels like it's finished its job, it slows down. It thinks, alright, I've done what I needed to do, time to relax. But if you pick a little bit consistently, even before things look fully ready, the plant panics in the best possible way. It thinks, wait, I'm not done yet, and it pushes out more growth to replace what you took. This is why that lettuce keeps regrowing when you cut the outer leaves instead of pulling the whole thing. This is why cherry tomato plants that get picked regularly produce more tomatoes than ones left alone. You're not just harvesting food, you're actually sending a signal to the plant to keep working. It sounds almost too simple, but this one habit, picking a little often instead of waiting for a big harvest, is genuinely one of the biggest differences between someone who grows a handful of vegetables and someone who grows enough to barely need the grocery store's produce aisle. So let's recap what we covered, because I want this to actually stick with you, not just be something you watched and forgot. First, you don't need a big garden. You need about 4 hours of light and a container, and you probably already have that spot somewhere in your home. Second, start with the vegetables that are naturally forgiving: lettuce, green onions, cherry tomatoes, and peppers, because early wins build the confidence to try more. And third, harvest a little often instead of waiting, because that small habit alone can noticeably increase how much food you get from the same plant. None of this requires a green thumb. It requires attention, a little patience, and honestly, just starting. That's the part most people skip. They plan and research and watch videos and never actually put soil in a pot. Don't be that person. Pick one thing from this video, even just one, and try it this week. If this video helped you see your space differently, do me a favor and subscribe, because this channel is all about making growing your own food feel simple, affordable, and honestly kind of fun. Drop a comment and tell me which vegetable you're going to try first. I really do read them, and I love seeing this community grow, literally. And if you know someone who's been wanting to start but keeps saying they don't have space, send them this video, because chances are they have more space than they think. I'll see you in the next one.